Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my first live stream. I am going to be doing a presentation on Winter Storm Diego for today's first live stream. So let's get started. For our presentation, our live stream for today, December 6, 2018. So our rain and snow for the next 2 days for eastern Texas, northern Louisiana, and southern Arkansas is going to be 3 to 5 inches of rain with a widespread 1 to 2 inches across the majority of the southern plains and southeast. North, say around Amarillo, Texas, Lubbock, Texas. That's where in the next 2 days we could see 3 to 5 inches of that fluffy stuff, that snow. The current dew point, you can see all the moisture being fueled into the southeast. We have 60s and 50s for our dew points, even some 30s into Arkansas, so it's very humid. But majority of the country is very dry right now, which is because of the high pressure dominating. And if we model. Usually this has a cold bias and a snowy bias, but let's look at all the models anyway. We have about 24 to 28 inches of snow in the mountains of North Carolina, around Asheville, let's say. But it's bringing that snow all the way down, like through Metro Atlanta, or even Metro Atlanta could see 2 inches of snow. Where I think they're only going to see a dusting if you're lucky, but rain, I think, for Atlanta Metro, as well as for Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama. But for northern central Texas and the panhandle around Lubbock, we could see 3, 4, 5 inches of snow possibly. And northern Arkansas could even see upwards of a foot. I think 10 inches would be the more likely amount, according to this model. Southern Kentucky, sorry, you have to bear with me. The computer is being a little bit slow today. But if you want to look at the GFS model, which is the more reliable model, this makes more sense. I think this definitely makes more sense. So the panhandle of Texas is the snow for the next 5 days, and northern central Texas about 2 or 3 inches possibly. And this looks better. Northern Arkansas could see 6, 7, even 8 inches of snow, and the mountains of North Carolina could see like 14 to 18 inches. Now, the only thing about the GFS model I really don't like is, again, it's starting to bring that snow down into Atlanta now. Maybe they could see it dusting, and northern South Carolina could even see 1 or 2 inches. But notice how it brings that snow all the way east into like not just the mountains of North Carolina and Virginia, but like the low-lying areas, like where all your buildings are. Um, I don't think like a place like Charlotte, like on the flat ground, like at the surface, I don't really think you're gonna see 12, 14 inches. Maybe more like 6 or 7 or 8. That's just my opinion. Then a little cold front pushing through the northeast, we could see 1 to 3 inches across the Ohio Valley and interior northeast, possibly heavier amounts off the lake, Erie and Lake Ontario. So this is your precipitation for the next 5 days. Now, don't look at this and say, okay, I'm in North Carolina. I look like I'm in that red. I'm going to see 2 to 2.5 inches of snow. This map is good for tracking the rain, not for the snow. So if you look in eastern Texas, southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, also known as the Texarkana, if you didn't know that, there's something new you can learn. 4 to 6 inches. I think closer to 6 inches will be likely just north of Houston and Galveston, just north and west there. But like around Dallas metro area, you could see 2 to 3 inches. But again, around the Texarkana, you could see 4 or 5 inches of rain, not snow, but rain. And here's pivotal weather. Now, according to pivotal weather, it looks like there's going to be some snow in the panhandle of Texas around Lubbock and Amarillo. Then it takes a small little break with only like a dusting or 1 or 2 inches in central Oklahoma around Oklahoma City. And then it refires in Arkansas. And then it weakens because most of Tennessee's not going to see anything. And then it refires again in the southeastern Appalachians. If you live in Tennessee, I think you will see at least 1 or 2 inches of snow. I don't think you're going to see nothing. I think that's kind of weird. How it fires up, it weakens, it fires up, it weakens, and it fires up again. That is kind of strange. But if you live in like Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, and central Tennessee, your amounts will be lighter than in the Panhandle of Texas, northern Arkansas, and the Appalachian Mountains. Snow amounts will be later here in Tennessee and Oklahoma, but they're not going to be zero. This model is saying that they're going to be zero. The GFS on pivotalweather.com, which I don't think is necessarily correct. So the Weather Channel, Friday morning. So we have a cold front pushing through the northeast and the mid-Atlantic and dipping all the way down. So it's going to be a cold rain in Texas by Friday morning. Friday midday, as we look here, oh wow, see some heavier rain possible in Texas. That front dips down to the south. There's that storm. And I even think Lubbock by midday could even see some snow, Lubbock, Amarillo, because that front is so far down to the south. It's down like Corpus Christi and almost in Houston. But by Friday evening, if we look, Lubbock, Amarillo started transition over to that ice. But a lot of the area, a lot of the southern plains is still in that rain area for now, and then by Saturday should change to a lot of snow. So you can see here, this is the weather.gov, National Weather Service, and we have patchy freezing drizzle, Clinton, Altus, and Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So that's where we have patchy freezing drizzle possible for Friday in the daytime. But if you live south of Oklahoma City, it's going to be mainly drizzle and light rain. For now, it will change around Wichita Falls, Texas, Ardmore, and Ada, Oklahoma. I move the timestamp to Friday night. That rain, that cold air gets suppressed in from the north and west. And now Wichita Falls, Seymour, even Ada still might be in the mainly rain area. But a lot of the area of Oklahoma and Texas border is starting to get into that best chance for freezing rain now. But if you go even farther north and west, Ponca City, Enid, Woodward, Clinton, Oklahoma, that's where you're going to see a lot of the snow and maybe some sleet mixing in potentially. But Tulsa, Oklahoma, they probably will see some freezing rain and snow as well, but they're not in this viewing area that I specifically clicked on. If you go over to Saturday, Friday night, if you look at Durant down here, they're still in the rain. Saturday, they're still in the rain. By this time, Ada, Ardmore, Wichita Falls is over that snow mixed with freezing rain, mixed with sleet. In case you haven't watched my definition video number 2 earlier, which I hope you do, please consider going over and watching that if you haven't watched it already. Freezing rain is when it falls as rain, but it freezes at the surface, to make a long story short. And sleet is where there's cold air high in the atmosphere and it falls towards the ground. But they're kind of like hail, but they're very small. They're not too big, the ice. So that they've caused a lot of issues on the roads for traveling, whether it be freezing rain, sleet, snow. So if we look at this map, pretty much all this viewing area now, Seymour up to Atlas, Oklahoma City, Ponca City, Woodward, is mainly snow now. For Saturday timestamp, high snow totals expected over parts of southwestern and central Oklahoma. Snow potential. The areas that are going to get the most snow is going to be Lawton, Altus, Clinton, and Oklahoma City. I think it's going to be just south of Stillwater. Again, Oklahoma City, Clinton, Altus, and Lawton, Oklahoma, and extreme northeast Texas. But Oklahoma, 4 to 6 inches, according to National Weather Service, late Friday night through Saturday night. That's going to be where your highest snowfall totals are. Maybe a patchy 7 or 8, but no widespread 6 to 8 inch amounts. If we go around that area, say like Wichita Falls and Ada are right on the border. You go just north, if you live on the north side of these two towns, you're probably going to be seeing 2 to 4 inches of snow. And I think all these snow accumulations, because this whole entire viewing area, they see highlighted here, they're all going to be during an ice period at some point. They're all going to experience ice at some point. So all these snow totals, where they live from Durant up through Woodward or Ponca City or Seymour, Texas, and Woodward, Oklahoma, Ponca City, Oklahoma, and Durant, Oklahoma, all these totals are going to include ice, and they are very likely to change. Again, this isn't going to happen until late Friday night through Saturday night. So this still has another day, potentially day and a half to update. So these snowfall amounts are likely to change, but Woodward, 1 to 2 inches. If you go south of the towns of Adam, Wichita Falls, and Seymour included in that 1 to 2 inches. And Ardmore might even see 1 to 2 inches. I would up the 1 to 2 for you, but Durant, I do agree up to an inch, if not anything, nothing at all, because we're gonna be rain most of the time. If you look Friday, Durant down the bottom right here is rain. Friday night it's still rain. Saturday it's still rain. Maybe Saturday night when this all pulls out may change to some freezing rain, sleet, and snow. So that was our snow potentials right here. Our ice potentials trace to 1/10 of an inch for a lot of the area. All the ice is going to be Clinton, Stillwater on south. Maybe no ice, maybe like a slightest trace of ice possible, Woodward and at Ponca City, but really no ice for you. It's going to be Stillwater, Clinton points south and east. Well, let's put it this way. Between Ardmore, Ada, and between Stillwater and Clinton. Squeezing those areas, we're going to see some ice. The area that's going to see the most ice is Lawton, Altus, and Seymour. And Seymour's and everything. They're going to have the snow, the ice, everything, especially in central Oklahoma as well. That's where you can see a tenth to a quarter of an inch of ice. It does not sound like a lot, but trust me, it is a lot of snow and ice if you think about it. The Weather Channel satellite maps. So here's the infrared satellite, and as you can see, we have kind of like almost like a subtropical jet. And this is really cool. I think you can also almost make out a jet stream here. So we can see a subtropical jet going through Texas in the southeast, and then a polar jet, kind of like a U motion to the north. And where they form around New Mexico and Colorado, it's going to be a monster winter storm. It is Diego, and they're forming here, and they're eventually going to form. Here's a storm swirling way out here, and it's going to help push into the area as we head through late Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pushes into the Appalachians. As I said before, we do have a cold front going through Chicago, central Arkansas, and northern Texas right now. Amarillo, Lubbock, 8 to 12 degrees below average. So 8 to 12, well, not below average, but 8 to 12 degrees colder now than you were at this time 24 hours ago. So at around 6 o'clock, 6:30, 24 hours ago, you were 10 degrees warmer than what you are now. See, a lot of the central, southern, northern plains, all the plains, except for Corpus Christi, is colder right now as that cold front continues to advance on. So if we look at the Great Lakes and the Northeast, we do see a little bit of snow pushing through. Eastern Ohio, like Cleveland, Erie, Buffalo, that's where that snow is going to be. Southern Indiana, Southern Ohio, Southern Illinois, maybe some rain showers. But our disturbances back here in California still will push through Arizona, New Mexico on Friday's time frame. So that is my first live stream. Thank you all for watching. As always, please consider subscribing, liking my videos, and subscribe to my channel. I am The Weather Dude, signing off till next time, and thank you for watching.